Now, thinking back to when we started, what made you even choose Modern Athlete to go that route?
Initially, it was on a whim. I was scrolling the YouTube abyss and saw an SF dude talking about um, Warfighter Mass and the app. And from there, I was like, okay, what's this about? And I was already at a point where I was trying to get back in shape after years of not really taking care of myself and whatnot. So I was down the rabbit hole on that, just trying to get back to old concepts and abilities. Um, and then I did the 7 day trial of Warfighter,
Yeah.
and the whole thing at first blew me away. The app was super easy, convenient, extremely just easy for a crayon eater like me to digest. Two, the community dialogue stuff was awesome. Like coaches and everybody in there just chatting away about their lifts that day or whatever. Um, just the whole thing was very well put together on that front. Uh, and then just within that 7 weeks, like I wasn't destroyed, I wasn't crushed, my soul wasn't like stomped on, which is the what was thought at the time for the longest of times in my book to be the only way to get true results was to just destroy yourself, crush yourself, and try to make yourself cry blood basically. And that's not what the programming was about at all. So I was like, okay, cool, let me stick with this for a while because this is cool. And I did that for 4 months on Warfighter, and within that 4 months, huge huge results. And I wasn't just beat down. I was refreshed every day. It was just good to go. So that's why I started with mass and on Warfighter, and that leads to the other stuff. Like, so for example, before Warfighter, I was like not in shape, almost 40, weak bench, weak deadlift, weak squat, everything just sucked. My run time was horrible, horrible. My 3 mile run time, horrible. And I used to run. We've talked before.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I was a quick little squirrel, right? And it was just bad. During Warfighter, in that 4 months that I was there, my road pace was back. I could sustain not a great pace, but I could sustain a decent pace for a 3 mile time for whatever distance. Um, I lost 15 pounds. I wasn't a fat body anymore. All of my lifts were up. And not only did I look and feel good, right? It was like my whole mindset shifted. And it was, I think, just based on the programming that Mass put together, that you and everybody else put together, and that what I call the general programming,
Yeah.
just that alone was huge. And I was like, this is awesome. So that's why.
Nice. And transition of what, so obviously things prior to hopping on Warfighter weren't great, didn't seem like you had much structure. Then you hop on Warfighter, seeing great results. And then what sparked even going down the rabbit hole of going 90 Unchained?
New goals got established. First and foremost, I saw the results that was taking place within myself, just on the Warfighter, um, the massive Warfighter programming. So new goals were established, and within that, they were kind of haphazard goals, right? But like not really well thought out goals on my part. But they were new goals nonetheless, and the all the other testimonials or other feedback and stuff that I saw of dudes that had done the 90 Unchained, it was like it's kind of like a no brainer. Like, okay, that's just the natural next step. I got to do it. So I
Gotcha.
did, and
So
the results
obviously now
speak for
you've
themselves.
done your time at 90 Unchained, and then we're lucky enough to continue working together, and you've signed on longer. But why, like, just talk about your 90 Unchained experience, and then I guess why you even want to continue working with me.
Yeah. So first, off the top, phenomenal. The only word that can describe it. The From the initial consult call with Ben to our first week together to all of the knowledge transfer from Eric, the dietitian, it was just insanely good, insanely good. That first consult call with Ben, it wasn't like gimmicky or a salesman trying to sell you something. Like that dude truly pours his heart into wanting to. The whole team does, but in that initial conversation, all I got from that was this dude really wants to help people, and he wants to help me. Like it wasn't just, oh, whatever, here I'm going to sell you this thing. It was like he truly cares. And then that first week with you, same thing, but a little bit more, because at least that's what it felt like, right? It was like this is a dude that but I didn't know anything about you, right? Like I was just like, hey, this is a coach, and I'm gonna do whatever he says to do because I'm gonna try to achieve these goals. And then we kind of defined the goals a little bit better on that first week with you and I. And it was like, oh, this dude really cares, right? Again, not knowing anything about you other than the baseline bio, whatever, right? It was like, okay, baseline bio, so that's cool, the LinkedIn version of
Yeah.
whatever. Um, and during that, then into the 90 Unchained programming with Eric too, super, super, just like pious is a good word. Just truly wants to do good for people um, who align with certain mindsets. But even so, it's like always was asked, what do you want to achieve out of this? What do you want? How can we make what you want happen? The whole time, the whole gamut. That was huge for me. And
No, that's great. And as far as metrics wise, because you've come a long way from when we first started, from the back squat that I was even just looking at last night from when we started. Again, I get it. Like back squat's a tough one, but from the range of motion that you had when you first started, and then us kind of tweaking things, changing it from a back squat to a front squat, and still keeping the back squat in just as more as a supplemental lift, you went from minimal minimal depth on your squat to now below 90 degrees as of this week. Incredible. Like huge, huge difference. So as far as like measurables and things like that, what were the biggest things that you've seen in the 90 days and then even beyond that?
all the three main lifts,
Yeah.
bench, squat, deadlift, um, super huge, great, just all around. We figured out problems and we fixed them. We figured out not only did we fix them, we we super, in my opinion, we overwhelmingly surpassed the fixing of the problem and have set it up to it's like almost perfect form, you could say, which is like one of the goals of all I think people who lift and do this stuff is you strive for like perfection. We're getting damn near close to that. We're never going to be perfect, but we're getting damn near close to that. So that's been huge. And I mean, one of the biggest things is the lift PR no straps. Like
Yeah.
that was
100%.
from when we first started, I could barely overhand grip what 225 or something,
Something like that. Yeah.
and we're 100 pounds more than that, and it's like just pick it up and put it down,
And there we
like I've
go.
been doing it forever.
That's awesome. And then from the conditioning side, I saw this week you hit a ruck time with 52, 53 pounds in your back, and you hit, what was your average mile pace roughly?
15 15.2, whatever that is.
Yeah.
15 minutes and under 15 and a half minutes a mile.
And that was the goal with even starting 90 Unchained, that was the goal is 15 minutes or faster. And I think the weight you were asking to do is even less than that. So now you're going at a faster pace with a heavier load on your back. And then from a running standpoint, your easy pace runs, like all your pacing has improved from when you started, correct?
Yeah, I wanted to get, because when we first on Warfighter, I was at like a 27 3 miles. So it's a 9 minute, and I was dying. I was
Yeah.
dead at the end of that, right? Coming from years and years and years ago when I used to run way faster than that, but I'm an old guy, so it is what it is. to after 90 Unchained, I dropped it almost 4 minutes.
Yeah, which is huge.
So, and it wasn't like I'm killing myself. It was like, yeah, the runs suck. The runs always suck, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like I was dead completely and barely getting up the next morning and unable to do anything. It was like, no, I'm still good to go.
And that's the goal too with this is like you hit on it earlier is like for everybody, it's one thing to put a workout together. It's a whole nother thing to be able to do that continuously throughout the week. You should never, and again, I'm not speaking for you, but how do you feel throughout the week? Like, are you destroyed every session? Are you feeling good? And
Now,
and you've probably done worse things physically in the past and probably got okay results, but now training smarter and more structured, you feel better, correct? And
100%.
you're not destroyed, but you're still doing a lot of quality work. But now it's just balanced throughout the week. Because really, right now, we have you on 3 day total body, we have some work capacity, we have conditioning. So you're really on 6 days a week of doing 3 lift, 3 condition, some higher heart rate stuff. And then again, just customizing it to your situation, I think is important too. So, so no, that's huge. And then so as far as 90 Unchained, then transitioning, why even continue? Obviously, things are going well. You have a knowledge base through the modules for the strength and conditioning. You have the knowledge base through Eric. What made you continue on after 90 Unchained?
Two two main and very huge reasons. First, um, new goals were established during 90 Unchained that I knew that having quality coaching and programming would allow me to not just achieve those goals, but dominate them.
Hmm.
From all of the what all of the results that have happened from Warfighter to 90 Unchained to now, it was like if I want to not only achieve the next goals that we've set, but dominate them, I'm going long term on this. That's number one. Number two, and I think more importantly than that, is the relationship built between you and I.
Yep.
During that 90 Unchained, it's like akin to having a big brother that you admire, right? Which is cool. It's always a good thing to have that mentor type of person in your life. But not only is the big brother that I admire cool and wants nothing but for me to succeed, he's also a very highly recognized dude in the performance industry,
Well, I
right? That
appreciate
so it's like, oh wait, there's a added little bonus there.
it.
So not only am I going to most likely achieve my goals, my new goals, but I'm going to dominate them because I've got this little magic trick in my back pocket called Coach Jimmy that's going to allow, like, I
What's up?
don't want to tell anybody that I'm being coached at the same time, but I'm like, well, no, man, it's just so. But then that
Well,
adds accountability on me because now it's like, not only am I doing it for me, but not only do I want to dominate those goals for me, a little bit extra self-induced pressure and accountability is now I want to represent, right? Now I want to be that trophy specimen for you. I want to be that t-shirt wearer at the thing so that people can see, oh, what's that? Like, and that it's a sense of belonging, a sense of community that all goes into it, and with team guy mentality, I think that kind of plays into a huge ego lift, not an
mhm.
ego boost in a negative sense, but an ego lift that just drives you forward even more.
Yeah.